need to be responsible in order to be a person of greater personality. So next topic is responsibility. Responsibility is nothing but the duty to deal with work. It's a duty, it's a commitment. It's, in simple terms, one should be ready to hold oneself responsible of all the consequences that happens because of him or her. So hold self responsible. We need to hold ourselves responsible for whatever happens in our life. In simple terms, again, we should not be blaming people. Because as I keep telling you again and again, we are the ones who are responsible for our life. We make decisions. We decide what we want to do. So we should be ready to take the onus on us. It's on us, right? So you should be ready to hold yourself responsible for each and everything. It is a social force. Responsibility is a social force that binds you. It brings you. No, it's a responsibility. Responsibility is a social force which binds you as an individual. Personal responsibility is very important. See, it's very easy to pass the ball in somebody else's hand, somebody else's court, to easily pass the blame, to easily call someone, call or pick someone else for any blunder that happens. But we need to cultivate this habit of personal responsibility. Personally, we should be responsible people and we should take the responsibility in our hands. Responsible people do not like giving excuses. There is no if and there is no but. If I would have seen it earlier, I thought of doing it, but. So responsible people don't have excuses. They don't like giving excuses. Responsible people work courageously and independently. It is not a very tough task for responsible people because they are very courageous. They take up work as a challenge and they can work independently. They don't depend on people. They don't blame people. They don't call people for help. They can work independently. To accept responsibility. Now, how many of us are open to accept responsibilities? Most of us say no. We are worried. Sometimes we are, afraid of taking responsibilities. Successful people are always open to accept responsibilities. They never, they never hesitate to take up responsibilities. In order to be a successful person, you need to be ready to accept responsibilities. Prioritize your goals. Responsible people will always, I think I've already spoken to you about it, where you write your goal and then put them in the order of priority. Prioritize your goals and see what has to happen first, which particular goal has to happen immediately, or which goal has to happen right now, or which is immediate, which is in need. No, you can prioritize and work towards it in that way. Surrounding progress. When we are responsible, we progress. And when we progress, automatically our surrounding also progresses. Now, what is the surrounding? The surrounding is nothing but it consists of our family and friends. So when we progress, when we move ahead, automatically our family and our friends, they also move ahead. The blame game. It's not the habit of successful people. See, it's very easy to blame people. It's very easy to say that it's because of that person I'm like this, or, it's very easy to pass the ball of blame. But successful people don't blame. They take the responsibility. The onus falls on them. They accept that it's their responsibility. They accept that they had failed somewhere to make, to make the particular, event successful. If there's a failure, they take it upon themselves. A good leader is a responsible person. When you are responsible, you take the blame and you don't pass the blame. There's no blame game that happens. You have two options with you. Because the world is a very fast running world, okay? Things keep changing every day and there's so many things for us to be bothered about. So there are two options. One is to improve yourself. The other is to blame yourself. So what are you going to do? Are you going to improve yourself or you're going to blame others? You only have two options left. If you're going to improve yourself, you are going to be a successful person. If you're going to blame others, you are going to be an unsuccessful person. Responsible people are always able people. They are people who have good ability to do things. They are people who have the ability to take up new projects or anything that comes new, and they are ready to explore. Last but not the least, responsible people are happy people, satisfied people, and successful people. When you are responsible, you become happy, you become satisfied, and you become successful. Let me take you through this again. Being responsible is a duty. It's duty of each and every individual, especially, it's a duty to deal with for any successful person. You need to learn to hold yourself responsible for whatever happens. So responsibility is a social force that binds us together. We need to inculcate the habit of personal responsibility, because personally we need to be responsible in order to be great leaders. Excuses, ifs and buts are not in the dictionary of leaders, of successful people, because responsible people do not like giving excuses. We need to work courageously and independently, and only if you're responsible you can do that. A responsible person is a very courageous person and is a person who has the ability of working independently. Be ready to accept responsibility, because that is the first attribute, or first character, first essential thing required for a leader. Prioritize your goal and work accordingly. When you progress, your surrounding also progresses. Never play the blame game. Don't blame people for any errors that happens. Be ready to accept your flaws. You have only two options, either to improve yourself or keep blaming or keep complaining. And the option that you choose decides your future. Responsibility needs a lot of, it creates your ability. And responsible people are always happy people. They're all people who are satisfied and they're all successful, because the path to achieving their goal becomes very easy for them, and they will definitely achieve their goal, so they become happy people. They are happy because they had got what they had asked for, or what they had decided, or what they wanted. So they become satisfied people, and they also become successful people, because, as I said, they all have their goal fixed and they keep working towards that. And when they are responsible, they become better personalities.